So, why can it be so difficult to rest sometimes? When we look at how rest was modeled for us in our early lives, we start to notice that not only from society, but potentially from how we were raised, we're oftentimes communicated this concept of rest being negative or lazy or bad in some way and not productive. But to be quite honest with you, that is completely backwards. Rest is absolutely necessary and it's part of the process that allows us to be fully present and intentional with our lives. When we work ourselves to the point of exhaustion and total burnout, we're sacrificing the quality of the connection that we bring to our life in work, in relationships, in friendships, whatever it may be. But when we allow ourselves to intentionally take time to rest, that's when we recover. That's when we tune back into ourselves to make sure that we're honoring what we need on a consistent and daily basis. So there's two things that can really help us to do that. And one is take micro rests. This doesn't have to be, taking 3 to 5 days or a week off of work in order to feel like you're recovered. What micro rests do is allow us to take periodic and consistent gaps throughout our days to make sure that we get back in touch with ourselves. That can look like taking 5 minutes between meetings to step outside and just soak up the fresh air, or turn off all of the music for a minute, or turn off all of the background noise for a few minutes to just connect with you and ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? And another thing is reframing productivity and what that looks like. Again, I think we're told and often rewarded for overworking, and we're told that overworking is a good thing because results drive success. Well, it's hard to drive results and drive success when you can't bring your full self to the table. Rest is a necessity for me to show up fully and therefore bring the quality that I want to my relationships, to my work, to my friendships, and to my connections in my life. When we reframe how productivity looks, we realize that rest is part of the process and it's a total necessity. So if you're wondering why rest might have you feeling anxious or overwhelmed, a really helpful question to ask yourself in order to reframe productivity is, what does rest look like for me? Not what I've been told, but what actually feels nourishing to me. Because honestly, one of the bravest things that we can do is less.